Okay, so today I'm going to show you how to roast fresh coffee beans. These were just picked last week. These are local Lombok coffee beans from Lombok Island in Indonesia. And there's a variety of different kinds in here. There's a lot of pea berry type beans, which are the more round bean like this one, as opposed to the half of the bean. So there's a mixture of those and other ones as well. So I've washed these beans to get all the dirt off of them, because when we dry them after picking them, we lay them out on the ground for a week to 10 days to get them dry, and then before shelling them and getting the beans out. So anyways, I've washed these beans and they've been sitting out in the sun all afternoon drying, and now I'm going to go put them in the pan and roast them. Okay, so here we are in the kitchen, and to get our beans from this to this, we need to put it in that over there. And we're going to roast them in this pan and stir them slowly, similar to how you would do peanuts, dry roasting peanuts. Okay, so you want to turn the fire to roughly about medium low, something like that. You don't want it too low because it'll take too long to roast them, and you don't want it too high because you'll burn them. So right about there is what we want. And then basically we're going to sit here and stir these things for about 30 to 45 minutes. And we won't see any change in the color of the bean for at least 30 minutes. So instead of videoing this thing for the entire hour that it's going to take, I'll just come back in the different stages and show you the color changes. So here we have green. Okay, here we are at 5 minutes. As you can see, it looks pretty much the same. Okay, we're 10 minutes into it, and you're just starting to see just ever so slightly that the beans are starting to cook. And occasionally around this time, you'll start to get the first signs of cracking sounds. As the beans start to cook and dry out, they'll start making these crackling sounds or popping. And it'll continue doing that all the way through the whole thing. I've heard people say, like, oh, you get the first crack, the second crack, the third crack. I've never noticed anything coming in phases like that. They just, you know, do their own thing, basically. But like I said, we're 10 minutes into it. Keep stirring like this. This sort of mimics the same action as a tumbler and gives a good even roasting. I actually find it soothing and therapeutic, like those videos you see on YouTube, where they relaxing video or whatever they call those things. Yeah, so I find it kind of meditative, just sitting here stirring for a half hour. It kind of relaxes me. Sometimes I will set my phone up and listen to the news or something as well, just to kind of break up the time. But as you can see, there's still really not much of a coloration change, but you can see ever so slightly a little change in color, and the smell of the beans cooking is starting around this time as well. Okay, we're 15 minutes in here. Beans are starting to pop more, and the smoke is just now starting to come, but it'll become more. 20 minutes now. Beans are starting to get a little darker. Smoke is increasing, and is more popping sounds. Okay, 25 minutes in. Smoke is increasing. Beans are getting darker. The popping is increasing as well. This would be considered a really light roast. The coffee here would still taste a little bit of a raw taste to it, and would be more like tea rather than coffee. Now at about 25 minutes in, things will start to happen a lot quicker, and the coffee will basically go through different spectrums of roasting each minute. So you'll go from light to medium light to medium medium dark, dark, espresso dark, Spanish dark, all in roughly about a minute's time from each other. Alright, here we are at 28 minutes. And as you can see, the beans are starting to darken up even more. This would be considered medium light at this point. And like I said, they will increase in their roasting pattern each minute. And I guess because we just did a half a kilo this time, and rather than a kilo, we'll probably have this done in somewhere around the 35-minute range at the end. We'll see where we are. And you just keep stirring. The stirring is important because it makes sure everything gets even and doesn't get all burnt on one end. Make sure our fire is okay. Not too hot. Everything's fine. You can see now it's getting darker still. Smoking starts to get more prevalent now, and the popping as well. It just becomes like popcorn, just doesn't stop. We're approaching more medium roast now. I like mine espresso roast, dark roast. And knowing when to stop is real important, because if you just go 30 seconds too far, you will ruin it. So you really have to watch it. What I like to do is when I get right to just about the end, I will turn off the fire and continue roasting it and let the pan cool down for a little bit. That sort of slows everything down, and I can kind of keep an eye on it. Yeah, we're getting almost to that point now. Out here in the light where I can see it. Yeah. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and turn the fire off now. And continue stirring. And we're just about there. This would probably be your Vienna roast right now. Yeah, like your city roast, Vienna roast. A little bit of brown, a little bit of black. Did I just say that? As you can see also, the beans have puffed up a bit, swelled up a little bit, so they're higher in the pan than when it first started. That's why I said if you put too much in, it just becomes a mess, and you start spilling coffee everywhere. Just about ready to pour this. I'm going to take it a little bit farther. You're in the light where I can see it. Oh yeah. Looking good. Looking really good. Just a little bit longer. The fire's off now. There's no fire in the pan, but this I use this old wok because it's kind of thick, the metal, and it really holds the heat really well. You could probably do this in a iron pan, wrought iron pan. You want to make sure the pan is dry, that there's absolutely no oil in it whatsoever, because you don't want to fry the beans. You want to dry roast them. This is looking pretty good. And so I found the wok is really good because it's easy to stir with the round edges, plus it's kind of the traditional way around here anyways. Yeah, that's good. Beans will continue cooking even after we take them off of the pan because they're so hot. They'll actually continue. So we're going to bring it over here. Pour it into the basket. And then elevate this a little bit. And there you have it. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. This is going to make a good cup of coffee in the morning. So like I said, an easy way to finish cleaning these is use a fan in the wind and pick these up, and it will blow the skins away. It's good to do this outside because it makes a big mess. So do it somewhere where you can sweep up afterwards, or it's not going to cause a big mess in your house. But yeah, this is a fairly easy way to get all the excess dry skins and stuff off of the coffee and get your coffee clean. That way when you're making your cup of coffee in the morning, you're not grinding up a bunch of junk up in it. Alright, so that's it. Hope you enjoyed this video on how to roast coffee at home. We do it all the time. And if you have any questions, just post them in the comments section below. Alright guys, have a good one. See ya.